Greetings. Here in chapter 2, I want to talk about assembling the frame and the hulls. After you've unpacked the boat, this is the next step. Unfortunately, I can't show you a video because my boat came pre-assembled in the sense that the frame was already on the hulls, but I put multiple boats together, and this particular task really isn't that difficult. If your boat came completely in parts, like so many of them have, usually each one hull is in a box, and along with all of the frame and other parts of the boat that you have to put together, kind of the fun of the build. Then what you want to do, obviously, is unpack the hulls. I like to save that cardboard, lay it down on the in the garage or wherever I'm assembling the boat, and that way it helps protect the gel coat on the hulls. And so I'll lay the two hulls out, and they'll tip over on their side. That's fine. I'll get the 4 pieces of the frame out, the 2 crossbars and the 2 sidebars. And really, it's just a matter of slipping them in. If you need to, I guess you can always add a little bit of grease in there to help move if the fit is that tight. But generally speaking, just a little persuasion with a mallet, not a hammer, but a mallet, a rubber mallet, will usually bring those 4 pieces together. And so now you have a square frame, and you're ready to put that onto the pylons. And what I'll do is I'll start with one hull. Usually it takes a second person, and just line them up and tap them on. Usually they go on the way that Hobie's been making their boats for the last couple of decades or so. It usually doesn't take more than a rubber mallet. If for some reason they're not fitting, stop. Do not start whacking heavy on those, because you're liable to take the glassing of the pylon in the hole and jar that loose. So you're going to have to figure that one out. But otherwise, they should go on with just some tapping of the mallet and all 4 pieces then. And then when you get one hole done, then you tip that up, tip the other hole up, and do the same on the other hole, and same tapping, whatever. And boom, usually the caps just go right over the pylons. The corner castings go right over the pylons. And then it's just a matter of slipping the bolts. There's 4 large bolts, can't remember what size, and they just slip in, and you can tighten up the nuts on those bolts snug. I prefer to tighten them up snug after I've glued the holes, which is in the next chapter, but it's not necessary. You can tighten them up immediately. Just remember that if you do leave them loose, you best make a written note of it so you remember after you tighten the holes to tighten them up. You don't want to be sailing with those bolts loose. So tighten them up snug, maybe snug plus maybe a half a turn, and you're probably good to go. And that should be it.